Hey, it's Spencer. I'm out here this morning. I'm going to be showing you what we're working on today. Today we're going to be working on our low-bearing coconut row. We're going to be opening it up and giving more sunlight to everything. We got pineapples that are about to flower, so we want to give them some good sunlight right now. So let's kind of check it out. So we got this zone behind me. The coconut row is right here. I'd like to first talk about this zone over here. So we just came and we cut down, there was a kukui, a candle nut right here with this mango. So that was in our last video. Cleared this zone. So when I was working that, I also came and I worked our fence line a little bit, and then I had pushed down this direction. So I did work the edge of this little pseudo row right here. We've got an alocasia right here. We've got a coffee right here. We've got a durian right here. We got some cassava right here. We got an inga right here. We got another coffee in here. We've got some hibiscus, ornamental one. Some squash just hanging up in the air. Got another coffee coming in. We've got more, I guess I didn't mention we've got taro here coming through, popping down over here also. So this row's kind of tidied up. We need to work the other side of it. And then I continue down the fence line and I weed whack down here just so we can like maintain our boundaries. But we're gonna be working this row right here. See, it's hard to even see anything. There's a little coconut right there. There's another one down there. So we worked this zone last about 3 months ago. I'll link you to that video. That was mostly managing these big trees over here and pulling them down into our system. Today we're gonna be focusing mostly just on the coconut row. It's mostly gonna be squash management and passion fruit management. You know, the vines are kind of creeping in, and we need to give the sunlight to the pineapples right now, because the pineapples are about to flower. So that'll be, you know, the more sunlight they get, the sooner they'll flower, and the sooner we'll get fruits off of them. So yeah, let's kind of get on that side of the row. Pretty difficult to see what's going on right now, so we'll, you know, we'll show it better after we do the work. We can look down at some pineapples. So this side of the row of the pineapples, we've got some different varieties that we got from a friend. And then about halfway down the row, we switched to our typical white sugarloaf pineapples. So super delicious pineapples. This was a pretty good combination of plants, having the pineapples with our sugarcane, with our coconuts. Everything seems to meld really well together. And then we've just got random things around, you know, the squash, just give us some food out of the system here. Then we've got some papaya random, then some old papayas up there that are kind of just doing their thing until they die. And then in that last video, we talked about pruning our avocados and our kukui and stuff. So this is the regrow of that. That was actually a different video a little bit later. I'll link that one in. So these avocados we're hoping are going to flower in the next month or so. So we want to give them more sunlight right now and more accessibility, so we can come up and like check them out and make sure they're, to see if they're flowering and whatnot. Yeah, so we can walk the row. Super hard to tell what's going on right now. We've got tea leaf flopping around a little bit. We've got a china right there. We got some jackfruits and ingas and stuff. So here's our low-bearing coconut. We want to give it a little more sun. Somehow these taros are not really in the row. We're not sure what happened with that. Check that out. So yeah, we can step back, give a look at the sugarcane. So we're going to want to open up more room for that. And I'll just kind of walk down the row. We've got some V-apple over there. We've got a mango over there. We've got a different coconut there. All kinds of stuff around here. So it's just a straightforward take down the vines, give the space to the other things that need it. And the squash looking good. And then we just came through here a couple days ago and just tidied up around our citrus and our Mamie sapote and our grafted avocado there to give them more sunlight. So we kind of started working the back of the row already. And then we've got this coconut here at the very end of the row. This one's older than the other ones, been in the ground longer. It's doing great. Not quite big enough to flower, but we're super excited. This is a very dwarfy coconut for us. So it's got really wide, short, wide leaves. So we're really excited to see what this one does when it finally does something. And then we just got a Brazilian cherry over here. And then we'll kind of just be working the back side of the row here. All right, so we'll be showing a time lapse of our work, and then I'll come through afterward and we'll kind of be able to see all of the rest of what's going on. You know, once it's kind of clear enough to see through everything, and we'll go through a little slower and check everything out. All right, on to the time lapse. We're all finished out here, so let's show you what we did. So we worked on this row here a little bit. It wasn't too much to work on. Like I said before, we got some coffees in here. We got a little durian in here that's looking deficient. We've got another coffee, got some costus, we got a couple different taros, more coffee, more taro, more coffee, Inga. And then up above we've got these Gliricidias. We've got this papaya, we've got these papayas up above. We've got a chino over there, another papaya here. And then we've got our cocoa row. So we were just tidying up. Mostly pulling the squash off of the row itself, and then just kind of mulching that around, kind of clearing it out. As we can tell, we've got some pineapple flowers pushing. So this is perfect timing to give them their sunlight. We got a V apple right there flowering. We did harvest a couple of squash. They're just hanging out around. Little one and a bigger one. And then, yeah, we've got our sugar canes. We worked a little bit of that edge, not too much of it. Just some of the stuff that's kind of sprawling around and stuff. Yeah, more pineapples flowering, or starting to flower, pushing. Coconut's looking good. We can kind of see through everything a little bit better on the hillside. So yeah, pretty repetitive out here, which is how we like to work things. We got a little banana here. This one's an ele. And then we got our big cocoa back there. So yeah, this was more just kind of a tidy up. Wasn't too much, too many things to come and prune or anything. It was more just clear some stuff off the row so the pineapples have their space, so that nothing's climbing on the sugar cane to pull them down, and so that nothing is, you know, messing with the coconut's sun too much. So I cut a couple of little small ingas and stuff along the hillside. But yeah, it's kind of in regrow mode, so we just did a little bit of minor pruning to reset the trees that were cut last time, just so we can give the right sunlight to the things that we want to give it the sunlight to. So pretty straightforward management. If you want to see our last management of this area, it's super different, just 3 months ago. So that's kind of how these systems work, is we come through, we tidy it up, and we let it go for a few months, and then we come through and tidy it up and let it go for a few months, and that's just giving us our biomass. That's allowing the plants to have their space, and that's allowing, you know, everything to flow together and keep it dynamic, to allow everything to get sunlight, to grow, to be cut, to release growth hormones into the ground, and to keep on just thriving. So check out that other video. I'll link it in here. We've actually got 2 different videos. I'll link both of them in here. One is kind of working the coconut row and the trees that were over the fence line, and the other one was kind of working the hillside here. So check those out. If you're liking finding this type of content interesting, please subscribe, please like, please give us some comments. We really enjoy the comments. It's really fun to interact with people. I've actually learned some stuff from some people through the comments, so that's really awesome. So yeah, please support us. We really appreciate it. And thanks so much for watching. And yeah, it's really hot out here. These coconuts are going to be thriving and everything's going to be happy out here. All right, we'll see you in the next one.